Hello everyone, Little Sodor Studios back again with another custom model. Today I have Sheffield, the austerity tank engine. Sheffield has become a favorite character of mine, or a favorite fan-made character of mine, as he appears in more and more fan series. I want to say my Sheffield, probably my favorite series that does it. I want to believe it's NWR like 19. So I feel bad. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I'll bring it up on my phone as we sit here and talk. But Sheffield is, if you don't know, it's kind of a grumpy engine. Some backstories, from what I can tell, he's not supposed to be 16. Some backstories make him 16. So everyone uses him in a slightly different way. And that's okay. I thought I'd go ahead and try to bring him here into wooden railway form. I think he looks great. Oh yeah, okay, so it's NWR 1991. That which has probably my favorite episode, or favorite episode that he's used in and people have used him in. It's like a fan made, or it's a Christmas special. Obviously, it's fan made. It's a Christmas special for their channel, and it's a story where Sheffield doesn't really care for Christmas. And I believe over in Europe, they have something very similar to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I don't know its name, so I'm not going to try to even say it because I don't want to screw it up. If you can comment, feel free to comment that down below. So he's a little grumpy. The kid climbs on board to be his driver all day, and throughout the day, Sir Topham Hatt kind of talks to him, and he talks to Topham Hatt about the disease the kid has unfortunately been diagnosed with. And he comes around, and he just becomes a lot happier, kind of accepting Christmas for what it is. He's supposed to be, in every series so far, the consensus with the backstory is he works in a steelworks or steel mill, so he's a little bit gruff. He doesn't, do this thing where he celebrates Christmas or this or that. So he's kind of a more rough engine. I think Victor Tanzin just introduced him to his series, and I'm only saying that because it's the more recent one I watched. So I don't want to leave out any fan-made series that use this character, whatever. I'm just kind of going off the first one I remember seeing him in, or the first one I remember really connecting with the character in, and then the latest episode I've seen him in, where he's kind of got a little different backstory, and that's a nice one too. For me, I don't know what backstory I'm going to use, but anyways, let's get into the actual model. I've been blabbering here for almost 3 minutes just about the character, but if you don't know who the character is, I think it's really nice. So this uses a Wilbert torso, because he's also, or torso or body, as Wilbert is also an austerity tank engine. And I use an early 2000 Gordon face. In the all the fan series, Gordon's face is kind of used as a template model, whether it's exactly Gordon's face or it's a modified Gordon's face. So I went ahead and I found that one. Though Sheffield is usually grumpy, it's kind of hard to find a grumpy Gordon face, because I don't even think the Wooden Railway, they ever made one, and I'm not gotten into the area of custom making faces yet. So I thought, you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll make this kind of like the end of that Christmas special I saw, where he's happy and enjoying the holidays, and giving the child a chance to be a driver for the day. So I went ahead with this dark green, almost like a BR green. I think it's going to be different than what I'm using as my standard BR green. He's this weird kind of olive green color, and initially when I had to paint and I was painting him, it was coming out this olive green. As it got done and got to the end, it kind of got a little darker. Initially I was going to repaint the whole character, but I'm like, you know what? It looks nice. It looks fine. I'm going to go with it, especially just because I think to find the proper paint, I think I'm just going to be going back and forth. I've had hit and miss luck with my apple barrel acrylic paint. I go to the store, I look at the color on the shelf, I'm like, okay, and it's darker or it's lighter, it's not exactly that color. So I went ahead and I settled on this. Now, something, I think I misspoke in another one of my videos, something I did here, which I said I wasn't going to do, or I never did again, but the handrails are actually the official handrails on the Wilbert model. Let me get a little closer here for you. So I think I just carefully painted around that. It's been a while since I've actually completed this custom, so I kind of feel bad trying to talk about this character I probably finished months ago. But we got that there. I kept the red stripe, and then we got the red nameplate. I'd rather just get the nameplate on there. I'm not worried about getting the name in there, because I would have to just go to the computer, print off like a little piece of paper, a little sticker, and put it on there. Right now, I'd rather just have a red nameplate there and the nameplate be empty than me trying to put on a piece of paper. And that's just me. That's my feel. That's how I feel about it. If you want to put a piece of paper on it, match the color up, that's fine. That's all you. I have nothing against it, those who do it. It's just for me, I kind of made the decision not to, because on a personal level, for my customs, I don't want to do that. But otherwise, use this dark green and red detailing everywhere. This is my first free-form numbers, and I actually think they came out pretty well, especially for being as small as they are. I think in every single series, if not most series, he's got the 14 on the side, and I'm sure that's going to come into play and kind of error with later on down the road if we get more. I know kind of the state of the show for Thomas and Friends is up in the air, but if more engines start getting numbers, we could be running into a oops. If this fan-made character and this in-universe character actually has the same number, obviously, which is easy to switch. But for me right now, I kept the 14. It was a lot of work to make sure, or just a lot of thinking on my part to make sure I get the red square and the little 14. Looking at the coal bunker, I just painted the coal bunker black. I considered buying a tender, scrapping out most of the tender, cutting out the coal, and I'm putting the coal along back here, get that 3D effect. But I wanted him to match up with the other tank engines like Thomas and Percy and one of the other characters. I got Bill and Ben, Rosie, where they just have black painted back here. Or some of them don't even have anything. It's just the continuation of whatever color they are. So to fit in, I wanted to make sure I left that. I did go ahead and apply the red buffer beam in back as well. The cab is not black up top. The cab actually continues over in his green livery. We'll swap around to the other side, though it's pretty much just a replica. This is actually my original Wilbert model. Initially, I didn't want to use any of my original or first. If this was the first version of the character I got, I didn't want to use it. I kind of want to say, nope, this is the one I grew up playing with. The problem is the face was really damaged on it. There was a naturally poor printing on the face with a really wonky, lazy eye, and some other stuff. So I said, you know what? I got online. I found a brand new Wilbert in box, which looks nice. So I said, you know what? I'm going to scrap out my version, especially too, because you can probably see it here. I painted it a lot, so it probably came up. There's a huge dent here on the side. And I thought I'd rather have that on a custom model like this than an official model. I don't plan on selling my collection, but if I ever did, I'd rather, oh, hey, this custom character you built's damaged, which people might not care about, where the real one is. Now, actually, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Because like I said, the sides all the same. This is probably the better of the two 14s for sure. Looks great. I love this model. And we can do a quick look at the face again, like straight on. I think it's a little, if we're looking at the camera, I think the face is a little, slightly, not a lot, to the right. Or if you're looking at it from his point of view, a little to the left. But I think it's really hard to tell unless you're really focusing on it. Unless you're really focusing on it, I don't think you're going to notice it. And I got to say, I had a lot of fun with this model, especially after doing Peter. It was just nice to do a small, condensed model. Yeah, the 14 was a little bit of a stress, but other than that, I had a lot of fun with this model making it. In all truth, I had a lot of fun making all these wooden railway models. But that's going to be it for this video. If you can, please comment below, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, thank you all for watching.